Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. We'll talk about the politics of Lagos State now. The governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Lagos State, Mr. Jide Adediran, has announced popular Nigerian actress Funke Akindele as his running mate for the 2023 general elections. Adediran, fondly called Jandor, announced the Lagos-born actress today as the duo staged a rally alongside supporters across the streets in the Ikorodu area of the state. Jandor, who also announced the choice of Akindele as a PDP deputy governorship candidate in a series of tweets earlier, urged the residents of Lagos to work with them. I'm now being joined by the Lagos PDP governorship candidate, Mr. Jide Adediran, is live for us in our Lagos studio. Thank you so much, Mr. Adediran, for your time tonight. Let's get to it. First and foremost, it's not only in Nigeria that we're seeing actresses who are throwing their hat in the ring. The governor of, I think, California in the United States, an actor himself, even the president of Ukraine, a comedian. Why the choice of Funke Akindele?
All right, thank you very much, Sheung. And I want to thank Lagosians for entrusting, especially members of the PDP, for entrusting me with the flag of our party. I would promise to fly it high. My running mate, people call her an actress. But I would say I picked a lawyer who found passion in filmmaking. And I'll give you, a lot of people thought that if you're acting, you're a filmmaker. No. A filmmaker is somebody who directs, somebody who writes scripts, somebody who produces, someone who designs sets, and somebody who can identify resources to deploy in the entire project, what you call a filmmaking. So first and foremost, my running mate, beyond an actress, she's a filmmaker who has grown a business from zero to something. Somebody who has been an employer of labor for the past 14 years. Someone who has won an award in a chosen career over and over again. And somebody who's got huge followership, you know, in the process of what she's been doing over the years. And a Ikorodu-born diva, like I put it, who I believe is going to add value to my candidacy, to the ticket I've got, because after the internal process of primary election, the next is the general election. So when I got this news about, okay, why the choice of Funke Akindele, a lot of people have forgotten that the purpose upon which a political party is first established is to win an election. And everybody that can add value to you winning an election is what you use. Don't forget, for the past 7 years, we have built foot soldiers at the grassroots level. And my running mate is a brand that connects with both the grassroots and my people at the cyberspace. So combination of that forces already spelled doom for Lagos APC in 2023. So I've chosen somebody that I know that alongside me will bring what we term the breath of fresh air to the state of Lagos. I'm 44. My running mate is 44. If we get to office, if we make a law today, we won't forget in another 2 months that we have made that law. You know, who do the needful. And in Lagos, we found ourselves, what we have is an unusual situation. And if you have an unusual situation, it requires an unusual solution. And this is why we have presented to Lagosians what you can call a clearer departure from the norm. This is something fresh, something that you have not seen. And we are telling ourselves, can we do something else in the state of Lagos? Can we at least elect a governor and deputy that won't require second-level approval before they can promptly attend to the people of Lagos? The ones that are not tied to the apron string of an individual. This is what we represent. Somebody, because Lagos needs an independent governor, not the one that will be following anybody up and about. We want that. And for us, both of us, nobody asked us to come and run. We spoke to each other. We developed that conviction. And today, we are here because of the belief we first have in ourselves and what we need to do in the state of Lagos.
Give us a sense of the pairing and what informed it. That's going to be a further explanation from you. You are a Muslim. She is a Christian. She is from Ikorodu. And perhaps you would have thought that that pairing will give you a win and a joker that will win the race for you. Geographically, religion-wise, what were you thinking? Do you have a spread that is fair and balanced for Lagosians?
Absolutely. I am from Lagos West, senatorial district of Lagos, which controls about 10 local government from the 20. She's from Lagos East, which also controls about 5 local governments of the state. And from my own senatorial district, is a district that's only produced, where if we want to consider the person that came 1999, say, okay, whatever it is, you can still consider him as one of us. It's the only division that's produced governor once, and I'm from division that has never produced governor before. So in Lagos, we have 5 divisions. I'm from Badagry divisions. She's from Ikorodu divisions. And we have Ekpe divisions. See, these 3 divisions are the 3 traditional divisions from the 5 divisions. So our choice, aside from Ikeja and Lagos Island, our choice is to see how we can bring these divisions together. Before now, if you want to share anything in Lagos, we share it via the division, okay? That is why we say, okay, if you put something down, the first 5 of whatever it is in the state of Lagos belong to those that you can call the true owners of the land. Of course, with due respect to other, those that we call visitors that are part of us today, of course, we accommodate them in what we do. But a situation whereby we have the first 5 not having us in consideration, and we think first thing first is how do we bring Lagos back and give it back to the people of Lagos. Either you're a resident or you're a citizen of Lagos, we want to return Lagos back to the people of Lagos. We want a Lagos that will work for everybody. We want a Lagos that is wealthy in truth, not the one that is wealthy only on paper. This is what our candidacy is going to bring.
All right. Let me quickly ask you, those who are, I would say, for example, Funke Akindele as a person, as a social equity in the Nollywood industry that has been tested, considering our works. For example, Jennifer has become a phenomenon as far as the entertainment industry is concerned. She's run that television series for several months and years in Nigeria here and gotten a lot of viewership. She's a diva in the entertainment industry, as you called her. Social equity-wise, she's been tested. But politically, the equity that you would need to win election has to be taken, the voting equity. The question is whether or not you have been tested. And if you come up with that pairing, you'll be up against the likes of Babajide Sanwo-Olu of the APC, who has run for election once and won an election. And you will be running against someone who has been tested, not only politically, but voting-wise. How do you hope to stand against such, well, you call it a tested political force?
All right, Sheung, thank you very much. Don't forget that Lagos for Lagos movement is a movement that we started 7 years ago within the APC. And we're able to do something that has never been done before in the history of the state of Lagos. We committed that unpardonable sin that nobody dare commit in APC. And what was that sin? The sin of us having a structure of our own while in APC. And we did not just, put up that structure. We were able to create that necessary and long overdue implosion within that party. And we found home in PDP today, who has been winning, who has been doing about 30 to 35% every election cycle, now with us bringing that fraction from APC into PDP, you see that without anything at all, we have given them that 20% to cross the threshold of winning in 2023. Now, me, as a grassroots politician who has grown huge followership, I'm sure you can attest to it, you've seen it when we moved, we've seen our activities, and now combining that forces with somebody who has huge control of the cyberspace. Like I said, this is already game over. for the government that have overstayed their welcome in the state of Lagos for 2 decades. So they know it, and that is why since the day the news of Funke being my running mate filtered, they've been doing everything humanly possible to frustrate, the process that will inform me nominating her or her accepting it. But what we do is to just sit and laugh over these things because we know what we're doing. We're focused. We're convinced about this. We know what we are up to. We know where to get them, and take Lagos and return back to the people of Lagos. So this is no jokes. I've seen a lot of people saying, are they joking? Are they going to do another movie or something like that? Let them wait for it. Yes, of course, we are cooking another movie. And that movie is for us to take Alausa and install a government that people will call their own, not the one entrusted to them by an individual.
So, Jide, in no doubt and in no way am I underestimating the structure that you have built. But the question I was asking is whether or not that structure has been tested at the polls before. That I do not know whether or not he's been tested. So the question is, do you have the voting backing, the structure that gives you the confidence of winning? Where will the numbers come for you and your party? Where are your strong areas? For Funke Akindele, beyond those who love our movies and those who follow her on social media, is a capacity to win election. In Ikorodu, where she comes from, I know of very strong political forces within the APC that you guys will be up against. And so that's a question I'm asking for your followers and those who are wondering how you are hoping to overcome what has become a political mountain in Lagos State.
Sheung, I'm sure you've been following this movement for the past 7 years. To the point when we left APC for PDP. And I don't think you need a soothsayer to tell you how much, because it is the understanding of the game that brought me into PDP, not somewhere else, because I know it's a structure that wins election. So we brought in some structure from APC where we were to merge with that of PDP where we are currently. And for those who understand this game, you see, they won't even go and attack any other person. That's why they've been attacking Jando, because they know that we have hit them below their belts, at the grassroots. So we said that in our group, we have politicians who understand the nitty-gritty of this game, okay? This would display when we got into PDP. We got into PDP with nothing, but we were able to present ourselves to the members of the party who looked at us with the can-do ability and spirit that we brought into that party and brought into our vision. And before we know it, we clinged the ticket of the party. Today, I'm the candidate of the party, and I'm going to win election for the party for the first time in the state of Lagos. Now, this is no joke because we know everywhere we turn to at the grassroots, we understand this game very well. We've been to all the villages in Lagos, while we're doing this movement. That is where you win election. Let them come in 2023. You see, and you will see what is going to happen. And I will tell you something. This is like a guerrilla warfare because you wouldn't even know who is where, who is not even where. A whole lot of Lagos for Lagos people, even within the ruling party, they know. But you can't tell who is where, who is not where. But just wait for it. By March 11th, by 4 p.m., trust me, we would have been declared governor-elect and Funke Akindele deputy governor-elect of Lagos State. Watch it.
By what margin do you hope to win?
When we first threw up this and somebody said, with this pairing, by 11 o'clock in the morning, the incumbent would have lost the election. But again, like I said, I won't sit here and give you numbers. My district, where I'm from, has 10 local governments. And from the total number of registered voters in that, we control well over 50% of that, close to 60% in the entire Lagos. So just look at that. And the fact that we have never been given the opportunity, as a matter of fact, we have never picked tickets before, to say, oh, we have a ticket in our hand to run, either for APC or PDP. And now that we have one, come on, Sheung. You're talking to the next governor of Lagos State. Last time I was there, I was an aspirant. And I told you that I'm going to be a candidate of this party. I'm telling you tonight again, I'm going to be governor of Lagos State, by His grace, May 29, 2023, with Funke by my side as deputy governor.
I wish you the very best, Jide Adediran. I mean, this race is going to be a quite very interesting one, either by way of prophecy, or by way of faith, or by way of confidence that you have said what you said tonight. I wish you the very best, Jide Adediran, also called Jandor, who picked Funke Akindele as the running mate in Lagos. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you.
For some of us who have made ourselves a professional journalist from the beginning to the end, I don't see myself doing any other thing apart from this. I just love it. You're looking at the next presenter of this program tomorrow. That's what I can. If other politicians say, you see the next governor, you see the next president. You see the next presenter of this program tomorrow. Tomorrow again, I'll come your way. Many thanks for watching. I'm sure Akindele. Bye for now.